2NURFM.com, a broadcast service of the University of Newcastle.
Thanks to our sponsor, Sugar Valley Lifestyle Estate at West Wallsend. University of Newcastle Professor Tim Roberts, Director of the Tom Farrell Institute, joins us every Tuesday. Hello, Professor Tim.
Hello, Meryl.
Are we getting on our bike today, are we? I'm feeling a bit nervous about this.
No, tomorrow we're going to have a really good time.
A really good time.
Really good time.
Boom tish. It is Ride to Work Day tomorrow if you're feeling inclined, and we're being encouraged to get on our pushies and pedal fast.
That's it. It's been happening for many years now across Australia, and the idea is to try and get a more sustainable form of transport going because it's much cheaper than driving your car. It's better for the environment because you're not polluting the atmosphere with all of that carbon dioxide from your petrol-driven car. And on top of that, it's really good for your health. And so the exercise is good for you. The money saving is good for you. It's good for the environment. So Ride to Work Day occurs on the tomorrow, the 14th of October, right across Australia. And we'll have it here at the university. And in fact, I'm going to make a speech when the riders arrive at the forum at the end of their journey.
What are you going to say to them?
Well,
Anyone want a drink of water?
I could say that. I could say also how they are part of a growing movement, and I could also tell a few jokes and try and encourage people to keep it up. I mean, the Ride to Work Day is just one day a year, and really what you want people to do is to ride to work every day. To do that safely in Newcastle is not so easy.
That's the problem, isn't it?
So I'd also be encouraging them to go to their local members of parliament and their local councillors and really look to highlight the danger spots and try and get change.
I think that's the thing, Tim. A lot of people have got good intention, well-intentioned. They want to ride their bike, but they don't feel safe.
Exactly. We need cycleways that are removed from the cars physically, because nothing worse than opening your car door and finding you've impaled a bicycle rider on it. I mean, it damages the paint on the car door and all of that sort of thing. So that can happen because what we do is we run that silly little bicycle lane on the road next to the parked cars, and it's just it's not the best way.
No,
here at uni, there's a lovely cycle path coming from the centre of town, but when it gets to Maud Street, then the rider has to take their life into their hands crossing Maud Street. After that, it's safe again. And we've been agitating for some years now to try and get an underpass happening, because there's plenty of space along the railway line there at that railway bridge in Maud Street to allow the cycle path to come through. But slowly, we think it's happening, but it hasn't happened. So the thing I would say to people is be careful when you ride a bike and try and bring about change in the city to make this a cycle city.
It's interesting. I don't want to tell your joke about Mark Twain. Do you want to tell that one?
Oh, yes, I can tell that one.
No, hang on. I'll tell the Twain one. You tell the next one, because that's better. We've got some jokes to make it good for you if you're riding a bike. Mark Twain's wisdom on cycling was, learn to ride a bicycle. You will not regret it if you live.
Yes. He said lots of things. He said nasty things about Hunter Street being a cemetery too when he came here to have his tooth fixed.
Yes, he came to Scone for the Writers' Festival a million years ago as well.
Well, he had to stop in Newcastle to find a dentist because he had a toothache. And he made that comment about Hunter Street not being a really exciting place. So, Meryl, do you know what is the hardest part of learning to ride a bike?
No, Professor Tim, I don't know what the hardest part of learning to ride a bike is.
It's the pavement.
See, we're all over it today. We've incorporated jokes into the environment and us. Now, are we going to touch briefly on the proposal from the Smart Future Cities Conference by Stephen Fleming and Ben Ewald?
Yes. We had two wonderful presentations at our conference, which was a great success there 2 weeks ago. And these were two individuals, both local individuals, who are proposing how the city could be changed. Stephen wanted to unlock a whole lot of land that is not currently for development, sort of brownfields and greyfield sites for housing, but also to run cycleways along the stormwater drains and so on. Not in the stormwater drains, but along them,
that's
making connections there that would be very safe away from cars. And Ben Ewald, who's a local GP, he has been working with the Newcastle Cycleways movement to develop a whole network for Newcastle called Cycle Safe Newcastle. The cost of implementing it wouldn't be many $1 million, but it would be fantastic if we could get it implemented. So if any of our listeners out there are keen on cycles and cycleways and so on, Ben Ewald and the Newcastle Cycleways movement are the people to look up to get on your bike with them.
Get involved in that. It does sound like a fantastic concept. And wouldn't it be lovely if people could cycle safely around our fair city? Professor Tim, is that our lot for today?
That's it.
Wonderful. And I have a little homework sheet here that tells me that we are finally going to get to the peat forests of Borneo next week.
Yes. I told a
looking
fib
forward to
last
that.
time, didn't I?
That doesn't matter. No, they're not fibs. They
We
were
had a change of plans.
just a misconnected truth. That's all it is. So it's next week we'll get to the peat forests of Borneo for those looking forward to that. And I heard from a little birdie that you're off to the Okavango Delta at some point forward of this, which will be wonderful.
Oh,
We'll
I
hear
hope
about
so.
that.
Next year, I hope.
Wonderful. It's Professor Tim Roberts. He is the director of the Tom Farrell Institute. And we do this thing called The Environment and Us, where we have a lovely chat every Tuesday. Please join us.